What is jet stream? Right? Jet streams are localized bands of high velocity winds in the upper atmosphere. I repeat again. Jet streams are localized bands of high velocity winds in the upper atmosphere. They generally blow from west to east. Right? Generally blow from west to east. High velocity winds, 150, 200, 250 ka speed. Can you imagine? It's a huge speed, velocity. And they are localized. Puri dunya mein, the whole, I mean, throughout the globe and everywhere, it is not there. There are localized bands. उस section में वो develop हो जाता है. Wind moves extremely fast and then it disappears. Right? Where are these jet streams? Jet streams are present. This was a question we have seen. Question was jet streams are found only in northern hemisphere. It is a wrong statement. Jet streams are found in both hemispheres. Right? So how do they look? This is upper atmosphere. These are not surface winds. Planetary winds नहीं है. We are in the upper atmosphere. Troposphere के ऊपर. तो यहाँ पे you see this is polar jet and this is subtropical westerly jet stream. This is called subtropical westerly jet. It is seen in both hemispheres. It moves from west to east. And it's, this wave-like form. It has this wave-like structure. सीधा नहीं जाता ये. Wave-like structure. Again, this diagram just tells you the location. But how does the jet stream look exactly? So, it is like, if this is the localized band, the wind is moving extremely fast in this band. So what will happen? Uske bahar ki jo wind hai, that will also be faster but less faster. Right? Do you know the structure of optic fiber? नहीं, फिर फायदा नहीं, अभी यही बताना पड़ेगा. Right? So इसके बाहर का, there will be another layer above it of wind which will be a bit slower than this. Right? There will be friction. यहाँ पे there will be friction. ये थोड़ा slow है. इसके ऊपर का layer और भी slow होगा. So the jet stream is actually the central core part which is the fastest. The velocity goes on decreasing towards periphery. और यहाँ ऊपर there is normal air, normal winds. Right? So this jet stream is kind of a localized band which is embedded in this normal wind, which is going very fast. Right? High velocity wind from west to east. इतना समझ में आया? अब ये यहाँ पे क्यों होता है? Right? I'll explain jet stream a bit in depth so that you understand it properly. Okay. Right? So, if you look at the Earth from top, you are flying over the North Pole and you are looking at the Earth. How does the Earth look? And this is the North Pole. Right? So this is, you're looking at this Earth. Now, you know what is happening at North Pole. Air is converging in the upper atmosphere, going down and diverging on the ground. Correct? Anticyclonic circulation. So, North Pole pe kya ho raha hai? There is convergence of air in the upper atmosphere. It is going down and polar easterlies, So this is what is happening on North Pole. ऊपर से, the convergence that is happening in upper atmosphere, right? The convergence which is happening in upper atmosphere will look like a cyclone. There is convergence, right? So convergence in the upper atmosphere, it will create a pattern. So if you have to visualize the pattern, how does it look? Something like this. So here, the winds are converging. This is upper atmosphere. Right? So ये जो cloud, I'm using this word cloud. There's no real cloud there, but I'm saying in the upper atmosphere where there is convergence, imagine a cloud of winds which is moving circular and then getting down at the North Pole, right? So there is convergence. The size of this cloud depends on season, right? The high pressure at the pole will become intense during summer or winter. because the temperature will be extremely low. So during winter, the high pressure at the pole, say North Pole, during winter in the northern hemisphere, the high pressure at the North Pole will become more severe, more intense, right? Because of extremely low temperature. So this cloud will expand or contract? Expand. See, jitna high pressure zyada rahega, utna winds will be more forceful. So it will become larger, more, right? Winter in the northern hemisphere. So this cloud will expand, right? This is during winter, and summer में वो contract होता है, because the high pressure there becomes weaker because the ice melts, right? Now, the equatorward portion of this whirl, this is called circumpolar whirl. What is it called? Circumpolar whirl, right? The equatorward portion of the circumpolar whirl has these jet streams embedded into it. And this whirl reaches during its peak when there is winter in the northern hemisphere. This whirl reaches nearly till tropics in the upper atmosphere. तो upper atmosphere से tropic तक, क्योंकि ये तो इक्वेटर है ना, तो वो ट्रॉपिक तक पहुंच जाता है, इतना बड़ा वो वर्ल हो जाता है. और उसका द इक्वेटरवर्ड पोर्शन, सो यू विल हैव जेट स्ट्रीम्स हियर, राइट? सो फॉर एग्जांपल, दिस इज अ जेट स्ट्रीम, यहां पे एक जेट स्ट्रीम है, यहां पे जेट स्ट्रीम है. सो इट्स नॉट कंटिन्यूअस, इट्स इन सम बैंड्स दैट हाई वेलोसिटी winds blowing from west to east will be found here. Same thing for southern hemisphere, because whirl is formed, rather there is a stronger whirl there because Antarctica. Understood? So jet streams are localized bands of high velocity air in upper atmosphere which moves from west to east. It is part of the circumpolar whirl, equatorward portion of the circumpolar whirl. Clear? This much is understood? Barabar? Abhi, if I draw this earth like this, and this is equator, where would you find the jet stream? You will find the jet stream somewhere here. Barabar? During winter. So this is subtropical westerly jet. The jet stream that we are talking about is this subtropical westerly jet stream. Understood? This jet stream is in upper atmosphere, high velocity wind, but this wind plays very significant role in monsoon. How? We are going to study. But before that, you understood jet stream, right? So there are basically 4 types of jet streams. 4 jet streams, right? Across the globe, if you see, there are 4 types of jet streams. One is here, this one. So ideally, if I have to draw accurate diagram, I'll show you. The wind moves vertically upwards here. We'll draw that diagram again. Like this, comes down, right? Then the westerlies, the northeast states, upliftment at subpolar low pressure belt, winds going back here, descending on pole, polar easterlies coming back. And this is like this. This completes the 3 cells. We have seen this. So the first jet stream, subtropical westerly jet, is located here. 3-dimensional, na? So aisa hai. It's traveling like this, right? So this is the location of the subtropical westerly jet. Second is polar front jet stream. It is located here. Polar front jet stream. There is another jet stream, polar night. It is somewhere located in the beyond the Arctic. Polar night jet stream. And there is a tropical, I told you this name, tropical easterly jet, which I mentioned, that plays a very important role during monsoon. Tropical easterly jet stream. These 3 jet streams are present throughout the year, more or less, right? But there is 4th jet stream which only forms during monsoon, right? And it is the only jet stream which blows easterly. Baki ye sab west to east hai. वो east to west jata hai, right? Tropical easterly jet that is formed during monsoon. यहाँ पे इस section में you will get tropical easterly jet during monsoon. Clear? The reversal of Hadley, I told you reversal of Hadley during monsoon. वो जो reversal है upper atmosphere में, that is a tropical easterly jet. Clear? Any doubt? So understood jet streams. We are going to be dealing more with this subtropical westerly jet stream. This is going to be important player in monsoon. Clear? Shall we move ahead? If you have not understood, tell me now if you have not understood anything. West to east. Only tropical easterly jet. The name itself says tropical easterly jet. So this jet stream, this polar front, ये जो दिखाई है यहाँ पे polar jet, this is exactly over the temperate cyclones. You know, the convergence of cold polar easterlies and warm westerlies and the upliftment and the precipitation, temperate cyclones, उसके ऊपर ये है polar jet. That is also called polar front jet because that is the front, right? Polar front. Done? Okay. So now look at this, right? A jet stream is a narrow band of wind in the upper atmosphere, right? Very high altitude. The location. Jet streams shift north and south as they follow boundaries of hot and cold air, right? So in upper atmosphere also, they shift north and south, and they are in upper atmosphere, right? In both hemispheres, jet streams blow west to east.